Welcome to the Vancouver Waterfront, Southwest Washington's newest community addition. Today, I'm taking you on a tour. Welcome back to the Living in Vancouver and Camas, Washington YouTube channel. I'm your host, Hannah Dubayan, and I am super excited that you're here today because I'm in one of my favorite spots in the city, the beautiful Vancouver Waterfront. You can see it here behind me. I'm out on the street vlogging for you today, and yeah, I'm excited. This is literally one of my favorite spots. It's everyone's favorite spot because it's beautiful. If you haven't been to the Vancouver Waterfront before, you should. When you're visiting town, or if you live here, you should definitely make the time to visit it. This has not been around for very long. It opened to the public in 2018, so it's only been around for 5 years. And if you come from a big city, you might be, looking at this tour thinking, well, what's the big deal? We've got things like this, all the time. This was a big deal for us here in Vancouver, and this project, it's going to cost $1.5 billion when it's all said and done. That's a lot of money. In just the 5 short years that this has been here, well, first of all, can you hear the plane? We're right on the riverfront, and Portland International Airport is right across the river, so sorry, excuse the noise. But in the 5 years that this has been here open to the public, it's already become such a staple of the community. They do so many fun events down here. I am looking at right now, and I'll insert some B-roll here, the splash pad, where all of the kids can go and jump around. That's really fun for families in the summer. They do waterfront concerts down here weekly as well, among other events. I do 5Ks down here. I do a 5K club every week in the summer, and we do a couple runs down here. We've got the waterfront trail along this way, and it goes all the way to McMinimums and beaches, which is super nice. So lots to do down here. I'm gonna get up here in a minute and I'm gonna show you some of the restaurants and all around. This path goes all the way to McMinimums and beaches, which isn't really a part of the Vancouver waterfront per se, but it's kind of a different part of a waterfront, and that has been there for longer. But yeah, it's a really nice waterfront view the whole way. I'm on the main street in the back of the development, which has a whole bunch of wineries and restaurants. Here's one of the wineries, 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐿 Winery. And over there we've got Witness Tree, which is a cocktail lounge. Up above here we have the Kirkland Tower, which is the one and only condo building currently on the waterfront, so you could own a piece of real estate here. And then over there we have the luxury hotel, the Indigo, and just a little bit more down the ways we've got the AC Hotel. So if you're coming into town, this is a great spot to stay for beautiful accommodations and lots of wine tasting. Over here we've got Roos Brewing Crust Collective, which has pizza. Thank you. Deep dish pizza, and it's pretty tasty. We've got the Yard Milkshake Bar, which is a fancy milkshake spot. They cost $20 a pop, but it's a really fun place to take your kids if you want to do something fancy. Not really an everyday spot, but it's cool for sure. Here's another one of our wine tasting rooms, Brian Carter Cellars. We've got Bernard Griffin down there. You can see that. We've got the Murdoch building right over there to the right too. There's businesses in there, Fidelity, National Title is in there. Sometimes we close with them. Chicago Title for our real estate transactions if you buy a home with us. So here we've got the one and only coffee shop on the waterfront, Cafe X. This is a great spot to come and work and have a view. It's beautiful. They've got these nice umbrellas on the outside in the summer. I love that spot. They have a great Mexican mocha, by the way. We have lots of apartment complexes down here. Apartments are expensive, as you can imagine, especially if they've got a water view. That's awesome. I love that they've added all these planters. Then we've got this fancy building over here, which houses 𝐸 Salas and the What a Catch Fish Bar. It's got a walk-up window to the fish and chips bar, and then Wild Fin, which is a seafood spot. I love Wild Fin. It's probably my favorite in that building. If you like homemade pasta, you gotta check out Grassa. They make it right in front of you. So behind me I have the iconic Grant Pier. There it is. This is what you'll see in all the photos and videos, and it's kind of the centerpiece of the waterfront. It's It's a great place for people to gather, get a view of the river. During prom season, you'll see a whole bunch of kids down here taking photos, and people come by on their jet skis and they rip it right in front of all the crowds for attention. It's really a fun spot, and it's kind of a cool piece of architecture. I know I got a lot of smart clients out there, all you STEM people. You'd be interested to know that this waterfront will create 10,000 jobs when it's all said and done, which is a lot of jobs. That is so awesome. And the estimated GDP that it's going to add to the economy here locally is $385 million. We love that. And this is the area that is still working on more development. I believe that building right there is going to be the other condo building. And then we have even more apartments as we go. So here's a development sign we got going up. This is going to be the Springs, which is going to be memory care, assisted living, independent living for older folks and disabled folks. So we have lots of development signs around here for all the different buildings that are going up. Over the years, this has really become one of my favorite spots to come hang out or go for a walk in the middle of the day. I'll give you a little pointer, which is if you're looking for parking, come early because parking is really tough right now. The reason is that they're building out all the lots that used to be parking lots, and they're making a parking garage. So it's going to take a while for the parking structure to be complete, and right now there's a lack of parking because of that. So here we are behind the main street, and we have parking lots over here. There used to be more. You can see the construction crane right there, which is working on building the parking garage. Showed you that building already, and I love how they left open a lot of green space. People are playing with their dogs, playing frisbee, playing baseball. It's awesome. You might be wondering how much parking costs when you come here. The good news is that it's not an arm and a leg right now. It's like $2 or $3 an hour. Usually it caps you out at 2 or 3 hours for the day so that you can't stay down here all day. And if you come on the weekends and you park on the street, that's city parking, so you're going to be able to do that for free. I'm capping off my time here at the Vancouver Waterfront today at Cafe X with the Mexican mocha that I love so much. Definitely come and try it if you're down here. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the waterfront. This is definitely a spot you need to check out if you're coming to town. I also have a guide for if you're visiting town and you want to know the best spots to visit. If you're thinking about moving to Vancouver or Camas or anywhere in Clark County, myself and my team at 𝐍𝐞𝐢𝐠𝐡 Realty Group would love to serve you. So you should text us, DM us on Instagram, or send us an email. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you next week.